Hey guys, RJ here, and this is the 20th video I've done of Road to Premier League. It was kind of like a miniature milestone, I guess, in a sense, and I was actually like quite amazed that I'd reached this so soon as well. But as well as also being the 20th video, it was kind of an important game because this was like kind of the first game of the season, in a sense, or the first video of this specific season, as last video was just to sort of set up like the season and just show you what transfers I'd made, like stuff about my scout and stuff like that basically. But the game against Colchester was the first game, as you can see here. It wasn't as much as an easy game as it probably looked by the scoreline. We ended up picking a 1-0 win, and as you can see, it starts off by me making some substitutions, the first actual in-game footage that you see. The reason for this was because we couldn't break them down, but the substitutions was like null and void, they had no effect on the team, and Musino actually scores. He was one of the players I started off. And I wasn't actually as confident about the team as you will see by the title, and it didn't seem as easy as I imagined it to be, especially with the new signings on, which didn't actually shine through as much as they did in the pre-season friendly, which I was like, no. But I stuck with them, and I played them in this game against Chesterfield? Yeah, Chesterfield in the League Cup. This cup isn't the one I'm particularly bothered about. Obviously, it's the Johnson's Paint Trophy I'm bothered about. If you don't know that, I'm telling you now. But I still wanted to win this game just to get a bit of income. And we have a really strong start to this game, a lot better than we did to the last game. And Kitten Balla there, our new striker, hits the crossbar / post with that lovely free kick. And it was really disappointing that he couldn't put that away because he really did have a really good start, and he actually redeemed himself by grabbing the goal late on in the 50th minute. And I was really happy that he'd scored, like just to kind of like break down and actually grab a goal and like set off the milestone, hopefully, of like millions of goals for the club. But it's kind of dampened on two cases after the goal where I give away a stupid penalty and we actually suffer an injury. I can't understand why he ended up being injured at this point. You will see in a minute the injury, but I was already using subs up and I was kind of feeling bad, and I was just like, no, are you joking? Especially being we was drawing as well. If we was winning and I'd like my player had got injured, then I wouldn't have been as bothered because kind of like we've got the win, so there's at least something good come out of the game. If we're drawing or we've lost and we get an injury, then it's like we've kind of got screwed over on two fronts. And I guess we sort of did get screwed over on two fronts in the sense that he was our new player who got injured. And I was like, no, are you joking? Beansy's probably the best player on the pitch at the moment as well. And like you see there, I almost clicked forfeit. I was really annoyed at like, no. But I figured I would play on and really try and strive throughout this game to get the victory, and hopefully this would spur me on even more. And it really did have a strong effect. Straight from Kitten Balla coming off, Gakpa, which again is another great name to pronounce, like I said last video, almost tees up Bradshaw there to grab his first goal of the campaign for us. And as you can see there, it just whizzes past the post, and it was really unlucky not to finish that. And we was really unlucky to actually go into full time and then extra time again with only a draw. We dominated not only the 90 minutes but extra time too. But again, it had no effect, and it was all down to penalties, which any football fan knows it's just really luck. It doesn't really matter now which was the best team. It was just a thing of who could hold their nerve, who can guess the right way for the keepers. And I show the penalties here, and things seem to be evening out. Some things go my way, some things don't go their way. It really was nerve-wracking at this point, and especially when you get to the point where it's like 4-3 or 4-4 and the controller's shaking. It's like, you need to save this or you need to score. It's like, don't do this to me, it's not helping. And I don't know why that's a feature on FIFA. I guess just to make it a bit more realistic, the pressure is on at this certain point, but it really doesn't help when you're playing it. And it actually goes on after the 5 penalties to go into the extra penalties, in the sense of like I can't think of the actual name, but if you miss then you're out. So we went on, and in the end their nerve broke before mine, and we actually ended up winning that game. Rightly deserved, to be honest, in my opinion. And the players seemed pretty happy there. As you can see, they lifted our goalkeeper like he'd played amazing in the penalties, when really it was just that the player skied it. But after, again, the good news, it came to be bad news, where Kitten Balla is out for 3 months after playing only 2 games for me. So, as you can see there, he's out for 2 months. He reminds me of Balotelli. I don't know why. He just kind of looks like he's got that cockiness look about him, but also a good player in the same sense. But nevertheless, I guess every cloud has a silver lining, and with him out of injury, I get to play Bradshaw, who will kind of come back into the team after being probably our most prominent striker last season, along with Kelechi, Kelechi has had a really good start, to be honest. I didn't show maybe as much highlights as I actually could, but he's actually had a better start than, say, Taylor, who you can see almost slots one away. Taylor, who is obviously probably, or I always go on about Taylor being our best player, who hasn't actually scored or didn't score in one of the prominent games of the season, either the pre-season friendlies or these first 2 to 3 games. And the pressure kind of relied on Kelechi out of the front three, I guess, after Kitambala's injury to kind of grab the goals. But in this game, it wasn't actually a problem to grab goals, as we kind of really dominated again. But instead of going against our way like it did in the last game, it actually went our way in this game, and we really shone through. And I think we actually grabbed 4 against Doncaster, which is like a really strong win. And as well as the fact that it gives us 3 points on the table, it also gives us a really good goal difference, which could be key towards the end of the season if we're pushing to maybe win the league, not only get promoted. And I think, to be honest, I would rather win the league than just get promoted, and I'm really going to push for that. And as well as that, I'm really going to push for the Johnson's Paint Trophy. I really want to win it, being the fact that if I do get promoted, I won't be able to win it. I won't be able to compete in it anymore, because we will be of a higher league. And I don't want to miss that chance, so I'm really going to push for that. But to be honest, the main concern was the league in these games. And let me just pull away attention to this stupid decision by the ref. If it's a penalty, why do you delay? You saw there, it was a delayed decision. If you don't, I actually show the replay here. Watch. I tackle him there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds, and then he makes the move to go and say it's a penalty. That was just ridiculous. But yeah, we grabbed the win again in this game. As you can see, it was a really strong start to the season. I think the next game of the current campaign is the Johnson's Paint Trophy game. So make sure to tune in to next episode, guys, to see that game. Thanks for watching as always. Peace.